taking it easy. We're not working ourselves so hard anymore, and we enjoy the band a lot more.
That's the big thing, is when we were really trying to do it as a job or whatever to make money, it became like, it lost a lot of its fun. It became a lot of pressure. Then, like, normally we play a show, and you know what? If there's 20 kids, I don't care, because at this point there's 20 kids there to see us, and they have a good time, and they buy some stuff, and they're interested in what we have to say and do, and that's cool. But for a while we started to kind of lose that perspective, where you need there to be a lot of people, and you need to do well on merch to make some money.
Yeah,
we were never only in this for money. I think that's obvious. Like, there's many times we turned down really good, so-called strategic maneuvers to do things the way we wanted. We had hoped to pretty much make a living while staying at our own ethics.
Andy and I's discussion on the phone before we met for the first time and became friends was, I just want to. I'm sick of all this stuff that's going on. Like, I was playing in Clockwise at the time, and I love Clockwise. No disrespect to any of those guys or the music, because it was a great time and it was great. But I wanted to get back to playing my guitar, and I just really wanted to play grassroots hardcore, fast hardcore. And, because, the post-hardcore thing really isn't as much my thing. So I met Andy, and he's the same way. And, all we talked about was just do something like Minor Threat, do something like Negative Approach. And, fuck it if people don't get it. We just want to have fun. We did a demo, and we listened to it, and we loved it. We were like, wow, this sounds like SOA or something like that. But, nobody's going to like this. And then it got good reviews. Like, it was just a gift.
We had no idea if people would have liked us then or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. I first got into bands like The Exploited and stuff like that, like punk bands and spiked hair and, leathers. But then when I saw bands at CB's or ABC that were just guys in their regular clothes and stuff, like, that's the stuff that moved me more. They didn't need a uniform, because then I was like, this guy could be, my neighbor, but actually he's like total hardcore kid, the spirit, the music, everything like that. But unfortunately now I think it's gotten back to a point where people want a certain kind of thing. They want punk, they want straight edge, they want emo, and they want what they wear to reflect that. And it sucks because we kind of fall through the cracks because, we're too hardcore for punk, we're too punk for hardcore, we're not straight edge, we're not drunks. It's like, we're just kind of left swirling in the middle. I compare us not only physically, but where we're at to Poison Idea, because they're another band that was just an amazing band, but they were kind of stuck in the middle, And that's, I think, what happened with us. At first it was really cool, because it was like we drew a few hardcore kids, a few punk kids, a few of this, a few of that. But then in the long run, it works against you. We draw a few kids from each little segregation, if you will, but overall, none of those scenes really embrace it.
We're not the emo band with the glasses and the sweater vests, all this is like kind of like gimmicky stuff. Like, I think it's, like as gimmicky as like Kiss, and like we don't like really fall into it.
It's a shame. I think when underground music, which is based on feeling, becomes something that's judged on fashion, it cheapens it, to me at least. But a lot of people say, oh, you're older and jaded, but I don't think I am jaded. I love tons of new bands. We always take newer bands out on tour with us. I still buy demos and records and CDs, and I still go to shows, and I'm not jaded. You don't like seeing something that you really care about become like a joke. It's like sometimes it's almost embarrassing to admit that I'm still so involved with it because of that. But I think if anything, that shows we have more spirit than the average, because we're outcasts among our own, never mind being an outcast in society. We come to shows and we still feel like outcasts. But, I'm not going to give up on that. I'm not going to be like chased out of my own release.
We really love hardcore. We really love just music in general. And, we love to play. I mean, there's a kid here tonight that's, he's got to be like 15, 16 years old, and he came up and he's got a Kill Your Idol skull tattoo, and that's like one more to add to like how many people that have it.
Over 150.
And the thrill of this never gets dull. It's always, I don't know what to say when a kid comes up to me and he has a Kill Your Idol skull. Like, I have I have a Black Flag tattoo. I have a Sheer Terror tattoo. You know, like, these are bands, like, that to me are, like, you know, untouchable, like, legendary bands. And, like, you know, I never pictured a kid ever getting this goofy fucking skull tattooed on them and having the same passion about it the way I have for Black Flag and for Sheer Terror.
We're very happy to have gotten what we gotten. We've always stuck to what we said we felt was right. We still get a lot of shit for doing what I guess other people don't think is right, but we don't worry about that. And, you know, it's like the integrity and how great you feel about it is really the reward, because it's not financial, and we've never been a super popular band that, like, everyone was into, you know, the buzz band or anything. But what we have makes us so happy. Just because we criticize things doesn't mean we're jaded. It's because, you know, when you're involved in something, you speak out against the things you see that are fucking it up.